Hello.
Hey, Rhymes.
So, for this week, we do talk about Group 2's discussion questions. And the first one is, what has your experience been in managing your emotions? Malik, want to go first?
Damn, my experience in managing my emotions. I'm pretty good at doing that, you know. I think that's always been one of my
Yeah, let's move in.
alright, sure. I think that's always been like one of my strengths. I know that like when I was younger, I never really used to get like super heated, but the one time that I did, I remember that like I was thinking while I was like saying some foul shit. Like I was like, all right, don't say anything that'll like really hurt the person, but like go in, but like not too big, you know.
Yeah.
So I was able to like regulate what I was doing, and like I knew that I was doing something that wasn't cool, but like I was at least thinking about it, you know, while I was doing it. Yeah.
I don't manage my emotions very well. No, I'll like wait for I'll like be cool for a while and then I'll let it all build up, which is not smart, and then I'll just explode. And yeah, it's something I gotta work on.
Nice.
I think I'm good at managing my emotions. A lot of people in my family tell me I should have been born a boy because I personally think I cry over everything. But my siblings said I should have been born a boy, and my brother should have been born a girl because he is a woman. And I just don't like. Even though I wear my heart on my sleeves, like I don't hang on to emotions. I think that's a good quality about myself. And also, especially when I'm angry, I'm very careful about what I say, just because like I never want to be that person who's like, I hate you, or like I'm really big on not saying that, or like fuck you to someone. I'm really big like everyone. I feel like when everyone gets into fights, they're like fuck you and shit like that. I'm like, that's offensive. Like I don't like say that to people unless I'm like unless I like say that unless I like to say that. Especially when I hate you. That's exactly how I argue. That's exactly how I argue. Like someone will be cursing me out. I'll be like, I don't like the words that you're using towards me.
I hope you call that.
So I guess I'm good with emotions in that sense.
I would say that, like, for myself, I know my older sister, she's so emotional. Like I explained in class. Like, she'll always be like, I'm over it. And really, she's not over it. But she's very emotional. And I would say that I, like, have emotions. But, like, kind of like she said, I don't hang on to emotions, like, long. Like, if something happens, like, maybe I'll be sad or mad, but then I'll just let it go. It doesn't last very long. I would say I manage them pretty good, though. I don't really get mad too easily. I'm pretty laid back about most of my stuff.
Well, I mean, like when I get mad, like you guys were saying, like I try not to like go off, like I hate you type stuff. So like, for me, I manage myself, but like when I'm really mad, I just walk off, find a place where I can just chill to myself because I'm not trying to bring anybody down.
Right.
So.
All right. So going on to this week's reading.
But we're not answering any more of those people's questions.
Do they have any other good ones?
You know, we could answer.
They're good.
Yeah.
Let the people know.
Have you found that your personality fits that of Robin's when suppressing emotion?
No, not fun.
Okay. Have you ever been in Jamal's position and have had someone let their anger out on you? How did you react?
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's cool.
I have.
Which one was Jamal?
Well,
the one
remember,
who
like,
called Robin and was like,
Yeah, I
he
messed
fucked
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my roommate, she was upset about something else. And I was asking her some questions. And she just went off. Like,
Asking all the questions.
I was asking all the questions. I was just like trying to like, I was being me. I was asking questions. And then she just went off on me. And I was just like, oh, so you're going to get mad right now. And she really got off. She went off. She like slammed her door. And for me, I just kind of like, I don't know. When someone gets mad, I'm very or sad, like I'm very awkward. Like I kind of laugh a little bit. So it's not like I hope I'm not a jerk. I'm just like, like you better act right because you don't
Better act right.
Exactly. Because you better get it together because I'm not about to go all the way there. Like just chill and talk normal, you know. So when it happened for me, I didn't really judge. I was upset that like she let her anger out on me, but I wasn't mad. Like when she came back and apologized, I'm like, well, you shouldn't have done that. I was just like, well, next time you need to learn how to calm down.
Next time.
Next time you better calm
They
down.
ain't gonna beat 'em next time. That's what my
You
mom
better
said.
act- Yeah, that's what my mom said.
Next time, they ain't gonna beat 'em. Sorry. Channeling my inner Minnie Adams. But anybody else?
Anybody else snap on you before?
No,
And
no one's
you-
gonna snap
My
off
dad.
Yeah, nobody. Your dad is something.
My dad.
Yeah.
My dad is one of those people who go from 0 to 100 within seconds, and he snaps on me all the time. Cause
Have you gotten
especially when
used
I was
to it?
little, especially because I when I was little, I had really bad ADHD, so I'd be like, I can't stop, and my parents didn't believe in like me taking meds
Mhm.
because they were like, I can beat it out of her,
Mhm.
like she just hasn't had a good enough ass whooping yet, basically,
That's not-
and so.
I'm not gonna lie.
So my dad gets like really frustrated with me, especially when I
Get
I have this
on the
thing
table.
where like he'll be like, "Did you do the dishes?" I'm like, "Did you do the dishes?"
Oh,
And then he'll be like,
hell
"Are
no.
you gonna pass? Are you gonna pass me the fork? Are you gonna pass me the fork?" And it pisses him off, but it's like fun to watch. And like a lot of times I like screw up. Like one time recently in December, I put the wrong dishwashing liquid in the dishwasher. Meanwhile, we got a dishwasher like for Christmas. So I put the wrong
You broke
dishwashing
it.
liquid and I broke it. And my dad was like, "Do you know how much I paid for this? Like, we don't have money to be spending on dishwashers just because you want to break them." Which is kind of fun to watch, but like, because there was soap everywhere. It was fun. But like, I screwed up and like I deserved to be yelled at. But like, yeah, I felt really bad. And he's like, "You always let me down, Gabs. Like, you always let me down."
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I felt like
You always-
like
I'm
he
gonna
was
use that line.
Robin.
You always let me down. I think I'm gonna use that line to people.
I tried to blame it on my sister. I was like,
Shit hurt me.
whenever I'm about to get in trouble, I'll be like, I try to tell her she didn't want to listen,
Yeah.
and then whatever girl is in the house gets blamed for it.
Yeah.
Like when I broke a glass, my dad was like, "Who broke the glass?" And I was like, "I tried to tell her she didn't want to listen," and he yelled at my mom.
Tell her she didn't want to listen.
But then he found out it was me.
Yeah.
essentially.
It's like awkward when someone goes off on you.
Damn.
Yeah, but like
Anybody go off on you?
I feel bad. you know?
Yeah, you feel bad in the moment, but it's like
I mean, I don't feel bad in the moment. I feel bad after because I aggravated my dad. In the moment, I think it's the funniest thing.
yeah, like exactly. Like when my roommate went off on me, I was like,
Right.
nothing for me. Like I started laughing. I
So
was
it's
like,
so out
calm
of left
down.
field.
Bro, I have
Like
a
the
perfect
Yeah.
example. So last
Right.
year, my roommate was extremely dirty, and she used to leave like disgustingness all over the house.
Yuck.
And
No.
one time I came home, and it smelled like eggs in my house. So I was like, "Oh, she made eggs." So I go into the kitchen, and you know, Sid, on
Yeah.
the sink, the plate is in the sink.
Mm-hmm.
On the sink, it was an egg sandwich. The egg was eaten in the middle,
What?
but the pieces of bread were on the sink.
What the
hell?
hell? She just didn't throw
She put the plate in the sink,
the.
and she left her bread on
On
the
the
sink.
Oh,
So I took a
Was
picture.
she saving that?
What?
So I took a picture and I texted to her and I said, "Are you saving these for later or can I throw them away?"
She went off on you.
She didn't answer me and she was sleeping in her room and we didn't know. And like all of our friends were there and we were just dying laughing and I was like, she's crazy.
She came out.
So then the next day,
Oh no.
she didn't flush the toilet properly.
Oh.
And my friend was visiting from the city because it was my birthday. And she goes into the bathroom and she's like, "Whoa, there's some nasty shit in your toilet."
Yeah.
So I got tight and I took a picture of it and I said, "Are you saving this for later too?"
I know she would.
And then she texts me. She's in the house. I'm in the house. She comes home. She texts me. And she's like, "I think we need to talk," or something like that. So I was like, "Why don't you come into my room and talk to me then?"
Mhm.
Like, so I get up and I go to her room. And then I was like, "I think it's gross that you leave things. Just throw it away. Is it that hard? Is it that hard to flush the toilet?"
Mhm.
She was like, Well, one time the drain was clogged and I had to take your hair out of the drain. I was like, how'd you know it was my hair? She's like, because my hair is light brown and yours is dark brown.
And she just went off on it. She took
And I
one
was just
situation.
laughing and I was like, you're a crazy person. Like, you're an actual crazy person.
Okay, so you're just gonna go and mess up the
So
whole
you're
house.
gonna, she's mad emotional and she's gonna take it out on me.
It's no way to react to that.
She's mad, like, and I was like, if you had a problem with taking my hair out of the drain, you should have called me in the bathroom and say, yo, like, she was like, I was in the shower. Well, you act like I've never seen a girl's body before. Like, tell me to come into the shower and take that shit out. Jesus.
There's no way to react to when someone goes off like that. At least for me, I'm like,
I
I just
just,
sit there and look.
I feel
I'll
kind
be
of bad now that I think about it. That was a bitch thing for me to do. You saving this?
No, that's great. Are you
I'll
kidding
do
me?
that same shit.
Yeah, because you're dirty. It's a common
They
area.
need to learn something.
I find shit funny. That shit's funny as fuck.
What about you?
What was the question?
People-
People-
I think it's time to talk about this week.
Yeah, I think we should talk
I
about
think
this.
we
Forget about the
passed.
questions. Oh God, it's never mind. I'm not
Okay,
even
so
going-
this week we meet.
building effective relationships.
Who do we meet in this chapter?
Gerard,
and
Ahmed,
Gerard and
and
Ahmed.
Sylvia.
Yeah, Sylvia.
Ricky, yeah.
Nah.
I thought if Gerard was mad fake, he knew all the answers, and I didn't appreciate that. Like, I felt like he wasn't really learning.
I think Gerard. First of all, I thought the story was weird because I would have reacted the way Ahmed did. Well, not quite, but like if your boss comes at you and was like, "Yo, I heard you've been having some slacking or whatever," you would
Be
get
defensive.
upset. Right? You'd be defensive.
Anybody would. Oh, you're not gonna be like.
I actually played dumb. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Who complained about me?
Who would say those things about me?
That girl Sheila, she's crazy.
I feel like
She
there
does
is
crack
a
cocaine.
way. I feel like you've been slacking on your work. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a way you could sit there and take it as like, if you listen, if you're open to constructive criticism. But then, like, it depends on how, maybe Gerard, I can't say his name, Gerard wasn't truthful in how his tone was. Because sometimes a lot of people get defensive. Gerard. I feel like sometimes if, like, the tone of someone's voice can change the perception of what they're really trying to say.
It's the nonverbal cues that they give off
Yeah.
because
Because if he came and was like I hear you've been like, so, any type of way to make you get defensive, there's a reason why Ahmed got defensive.
Yeah.
and
You see
also
what I'm saying?
Gerard should have said something positive first.
Exactly, like you've been
Because he
doing well, but I
Right.
did.
And he should
There's
have
a
said
concern.
you should have said 5 positive things.
So
and
the
then-
one negative thing as we learned in
That's
class.
what we learned.
And then maybe Ahmed would have been good.
Exactly.
Wait, y'all for real learned that? Like you say 5.
It says in the book, and then nobody got it, but I answered the question correctly.
There you go.
Because, I did my reading.
There you go. Do you feel anybody has come across you guys like that? I guess we need to come up with some discussion questions.
Oh,
we
yeah,
need
we
to
do.
know.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, but
That's
I want
fine.
her to see that I'm typing and not on Facebook or something.
And there
know.
we go. So we can come up with some.
The grams work. Okay, we are group 3.
Yeah, I think I'll be honest with these.
All right.
So
So we need like 3, right? 5.
How many did the other group do?
She said one from each of us.
So we need 5.
5.
Okay, so we'll do 5. So ready?
5.
Go.
Nah, man, why am I always first? Is
Okay.
this-
All right, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up, time out.
I gave you the opportunity.
Nah, hold up, 'cause you don't know what I'm about to say. All right.
You're about to call me
So,
cuz.
Yeah. What are these discussion questions about? Just like
The
the
chapter.
The chapter that we just
Reframing
read.
change.
All right.
Beginning.
The building
Building
effective
effective
relationships.
I'm about to pull out my
Building
notes.
All right.
Okay, so you go first.
I'll go first. Wait a second. I gotta think though.
Any question about the reading?
Any question about the reading?
What was that thing with the 5? Say 5 positive things and 1 negative thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that called?
It says in a study of management teams, those with the highest performance levels had slightly more than a 5-to-1 ratio of positive statements to negative ones. Similarly, in his research on married couples, John Gottman reported that the most satisfying marriages had a 5-to-1 ratio of positive to negative comments.
How do you in your marriage? How do you like do that? Like, sweetie, before we argue, give me 5 minutes.
I think you're beautiful, and I think you're smart, and you're really funny, and you know how to dance, and you get my juices flowing. But the way you wore your hair last night is not okay.
Now that's what I'm.
Really
that's
got
one
me
of the
tight.
questions I wanted to say, because like, how do you know that statistical ratio actually works? Because what if you actually meet somebody that's very emotional?
It's from research.
They're probably outliers.
Because I was saying, like, what if you meet somebody that's very emotional? You say 5 things, but they pay attention to only that negative thing because they're so used to.
Well, everybody does that. Everybody, like, as like human beings, we always pay attention to the latter or to the negative. But they're trying to say that like that it's supposed to just, it's not like a cure all. It's just supposed to help. Like, so it's like lessens the blow a little bit.
And
So me being like, oh, Steven, I hate that hat, and then leaving it like that. I'm gonna be like, Steven, I love your tattoos, I love your shirt, you're a really good football player, I love your earrings, your hair's on point, and that hat. And then it is. See, you feel like
Then you're really good. What's wrong with my hat?
My hat.
I was gonna say nothing wrong with it. And then I realized we were doing the example. I was like, why? There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so like, what type of? So how do we know? That's a good question. How do
My
we?
question.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, knock it out.
My question is important.
Okay.
So how
Can we? What's your question?
Tell me your question.
Why is the 5-to-1 ratio thing?
Yeah.
How do you really see if that works,
Yeah.
or how would you even?
But
put
isn't
that
this
into-
like?
And
Okay, how would you put that
a
into?
discussion.
Yeah.
Question you can discuss.
Yeah.
have you?
Do you have
had
it-
an instance
Where?
where you could have used the 5-to-1 ratio better?
Yeah, there you go. Put you in.
Yeah.
That's your turn. That was my question.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put them off real quick this morning. We were talking about, I was like, oh.
Okay, I got a question. Do you feel that nonverbal cues like really do affect how you talk to someone? So if someone's listening,
It's
like
a good question, but I think they already like say that it does.
but
You could say,
personally,
like, You could say like, what nonverbal
you're right.
cues.
You're right.
Say like,
Personally,
what
what nonverbal?
Right,
there you
right,
go.
there.
There you go. Because they did say that. I
The only reason I
wrote
say that is because I took nonverbal communication last
Same
semester,
here.
and all I
And
hear is the nonverbal cues, the nonverbal
And
cues.
the thing
I'm
about it
like,
was, I wrote it in my reflection. And I was just
Really?
trying to come up.
Wait, what personal nonverbal cues? What?
what personally? What
You spell
nonverbal
cues.
Yeah,
Key. I mean,
C-U.
C-U-E-S.
It's okay.
Okay.
You don't have to apostrophe. You can just leave it at that.
Like this?
Yeah.
Oh. Mhm.
Personally, what nonverbal cues do you feel register the most with
Other people. Like, because you know how some people, they'll be smart with you. Like, if you're talking to them.
And then people
they'll
can
be
say like eye contact or like
Wait.
because I could be saying like
Personally,
I love your
what
sweatshirt.
nonverbal
Yeah,
cues
but
do
I
you
can,
feel
like,
register
you
the
know.
most with people, with other
I
people?
like acting.
So, like,
do that.
Me too.
Nonverbal cues, like leaning in. Because remember they did the
Feel.
exercise with the verbal,
Oh, you
nonverbal
asked what
view.
nonverbal cues
I
are?
don't know. I know what they are, but like, I don't really understand that question.
Neither
Or,
do
like,
I.
Neither do
I
I.
said it.
You know,
Personally,
like-
what nonverbal
Gabby's
cues
like,
do you feel
I
register? Yeah, so it means like so. Okay.
I've
Well,
heard
nonverbal
guys.
cues
She's
are
like,
like,
I
other
talked
people.
all
So,
this.
so I could say like, oh, I can tell someone's like if they're lying, but based off their eye contact.
All right, I think that's like dope. I think we should maybe reword the question though, so that people could understand that.
Okay.
You know.
The way he shaped that was really nice too. The way you said that.
Positive feedback.
There
That's
we
go.
I think that's dope.
So how should we reword that? Or should we just mix it?
Personally, what nonverbal cues do you feel register the most with other ones?
Yeah, personally, what? How do you
Nonverbal
say
cues do you
connect with?
Do you believe?
I say what shit I had it.
Do you believe?
What role do nonverbal cues take in conversation?
What role do they play in conversation?
We don't have to answer it. Do you? Oh, you wanna?
No, I'm just like, you know.
Do you
I think
like
that's
it? Do you like that one?
No, I like it. I like it. I'm trying to think like if that really like
In
dives in on, like,
conversation,
what we're
and
talking
how does that
Oh
affect?
yeah, for the.
And how does that affect? How does that affect relationships?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
What is it?
Very good.
Is it affect or effect?
Effect.
Don't know the difference.
The effect is like what?
When you think of the one with the A, just think of affection, and you want to give affection to that question.
Still doesn't help.
No.
Thanks for the try.
I was an English tutor. I try helping people.
Oh.
I was an English tutor too.
Words.
Look at that.
What is the effect? How does it?
I
Affect?
never had to
They said
answer
it's
that.
affect.
I
was
taught
wrong.
there, and there.
But it always
No, I
does
feel- I
that,
was
and
trying
I
to
feel like
explain
it's
it to you.
Yeah, I really do feel like it's effect.
Oh, it said wrong.
right, but I don't think they're right. It
Yo.
really is.
Google's been doing that, or
Yeah, they be
lately.
tripping.
Yeah, I
It says
really.
affect.
But affect
Is it
affection.
is it affecting like
Affect relationships.
Look,
effect?
I think.
But we're
it's
talking
E.
about building a. Okay, just leave E.
Effect. Yeah.
Okay, my question is. I don't have one.
I think I
Let's
got
see, the
one.
openness part of the chapter. What was that about? Or inquiry.
Yeah, what was the name? What's who?
You know, that was like with the explaining the graph thing.
Yeah.
What about the feedback? There's a lot of stuff about like positive
Yeah.
feedback and stuff.
Receiving feedback. I like the part where they talk about receiving feedback and
Okay.
seeking feedback. I feel like that
Okay,
was.
So
so
like
why
a
do you
fun
think it's
chapter.
important to receive positive feedback?
And it is important.
Why do you think it's important to seek feedback?
But exactly.
Do it.
Ooh.
Me agree.
She's
like, I don't know why.
You're cracking me up
Today I
today.
did just random.
Why do you think it's important? I need to start wearing my contacts. Okay, number 4. 2 more to go, guys.
I got one.
What's yours?
Like what nonverbal cues help you differentiate between feedback and negative criticism?
'Cause we all
That's a good one. Nice.
How many questions do we have?
4. We need one more. Criticism.
And how could a Gerard approach the situation better? Or not Gerard. Was it Gerard? Yeah, Gerard. Yeah.
But she already talked about that.
That's a really broad
I
question.
put it on the edge.
No, we could be like, have you ever been
In an experience.
Gerard? And how could you have,
Approach the situation differently than he did.
or have you ever been Ahmed? And how could Ahmed have approached the situation?
Or choose one of the two. And
Or
choose the
Have
author.
you
And I
ever-
right.
Have you ever been
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Ahmed in
I don't know what
a
I'm talking
situation? And how could have you approached that situation?
We have too much fun.
We just love each other.
So is that it?
Is that it? We're done for this for the week?
We
Meh.
gotta discuss it. No, we gotta discuss the chapter or some.
All right.
I
Maybe
was
we
about
should.
to say something, but I can't remember.
I got an idea. How about we answer our own discussion questions? Your field stream.
Okay.
Okay, that's yeah.
Not
One
down
one
to-
per person.
Well, we're asking the questions because we don't know the answer.
What? No, we can formulate
Let's
some.
discuss.
Okay.
What did everyone overall?
I
feel
like
about
the
chapter?
Ahmed I didn't like this chapter. I thought it was boring.
Do you ever feel like someone when
And
you're
fake.
speaking and you can tell that they're getting impatient with you? I remember that was one thing. Like someone starts to talk over you, and then
Yeah.
like, isn't it like, I forgot how it was written in the chapter. Like, oh, that they can sense that you're getting impatient or something like that.
Oh, it was like under like powerful listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where how to like effectively use like your nonverbal cues and like
Mhm.
stuff like that to get it's like giving positive feedback to
Mhm.
somebody.
I know there'll be times for me like when it's like on the other foot though, like when I'm talking, like I can like see and like sense and feel someone like stop
Yeah.
paying attention.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's the most rude thing in
It
the
is
world
very rude.
But-
when
but
people
sometimes-
text
I feel
while
that.
While
I'm
you're-
talking to you.
I do feel that.
I think that's the most rude thing ever. I can't stand, and I know like this is kind of old school, but I can't stand if I'm at dinner with you. I don't care if you're my friend. Put the phone away.
Yeah.
I think it's just because like I can go like hours without having my phone. Like it's not that
Mhm.
huge of a deal. So I get annoyed when like someone else like I want to spend time with you, not you and the person you're texting.
Especially when you're at
talking to me.
like dinner, like you
Yeah,
said,
what's
like
for you?
dinner or something.
Oh, I thought
Or
you said
like
mine.
my
It's
friends, they'll be like,
DS
"Oh, I want to watch a
grind.
movie. I want to get together and watch a movie." And then like
For
half
sure.
the time in the movie, they're texting. They're like, "Oh wait, what just happened?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Put your phone down
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna sit there."
My one friend, like I understand football really well just because like my family's like
right.
football all the way, like blah blah blah.
Wow.
So like I just love football, and my one friend, she's like one of my best friends, but I refuse to go to football games with her anymore because she'll always be like, "Explain to me what happens. Explain to me." I'll be like, "Okay, I'll explain." Like
Maybe
whatever,
she
like
does.
play by play, and then she'll be like on the phone, and she'll hear cheering, and she'll be like, "What just happened?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "I don't even have to explain it to you. Like
Yeah.
you're looking,
You would
see
know.
it."
You
Like,
would know what's going on.
It's pretty interesting how cats too, like they'll be real eager to text you and have so much to say over text, and then if you like see them in person, they don't.
That's so
Right.
annoying.
But I-
you know, like
Okay,
what to
so
say to you.
I have a question. Like, I feel like this generation especially, listening has gone out the window. Everybody wants to interpret things through text because they don't want to say it. So, do you feel like it's more powerful if they're talking face to face and, like, obviously, than text? And say, like, they're communicating very well, but not through text messages. What would that say to you as a person?
You mean like, well, basically, are you saying like text through face to face versus face to face, like which is like
Yeah, which is
More
more effective and which
Well-
you count more credible.
right away? I would say face to face because you're seeing like the nonverbal cues that you can see face to face with somebody, rather than okay.
Sometimes if you move, look again.
I think it needs like the motion.
Yeah.
But what's it called? But sometimes I just play like devil's advocate on this one because like I would normally just say like the face to face, but sometimes I need to like text something out, like write it out, and then like I'll read it and like
Right,
then I'll
right.
send it because like I feel like I'll say it better when I have time to type it than I would if I was just like speaking.
Exactly. I feel like people, like, I know they're especially, people, like, they'll overthink things.
Yeah.
Also with text as well. Like, whereas when you're in person, a lot of it is literally free flow. And it tells you more about yourself when you're just talking face to face instead of text. Like, I remember my mom was like, "Why don't you just call the boy? Or why don't you just, why are you texting? Like, like, don't, there's no need to text. It's not going to show you who a person really is through text. It's like, just like, call or something."
Right.
And which actually makes a lot of sense too. I don't mind. I definitely don't mind texting. I know I'm not like y'all. I can go away from my phone for a certain amount of time. However, I actually feel like I like enjoying talking to people and hanging out with people face to face rather than just texting. Because I feel like it is with unless it's like someone who you already really know. Texting is fine.
Yeah.
Someone that you're trying to know whether they're listening.
Yeah, you can't get to know someone through text messaging. That's bullshit.
It's not gonna work. I'm not gonna live with them through text messages.
Yeah, that's true because like I don't know if this is sound corny, but like I like based off like either liking somebody or like even like in sense like my friend or whatever. No, based off
Oh my God, I heard
No.
people say that. Like,
Based
you don't
off-
text kids.
no. Like based off like vibes I get from people. No, just based off like vibes I get from people in person. So
Mhm.
like one time like the one time this kid like he was cute, whatever, asked my number and like we started texting like whatever. And I thought it was like so cool to be texting him and like whatever and we had holding a conversation, but he could not hold a conversation in person. And that was the biggest turn off for me. So I just think and then we didn't even like it was weird because it was like yeah we were having stuff in common through text but we weren't like vibing like
Yeah.
in person. So like I think you can only hide behind the screen for so long before you need to give someone like
Yeah.
more of you than
Yeah.
just words.
Totally agree.
My ex used to never fight with me in person. It was always through text messages.
That's interesting.
Gotta be in
Always.
person.
And I would be like, "Are you kidding me?" And then I would like, or like I
Why
would
did you
call
just-
him, and I'd be like, "What's going on?"
He
Like
didn't
you're
want to
like, be like, "Nah, I don't want to talk to you."
But
And then I'd like
it's-
hang up the phone, and then have like 9 text messages.
Uh,
I'm like, "Are you kidding me? You couldn't just tell me this on the phone?"
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Do you think people don't have the like guts to say that stuff, or they just feel like they can get away with saying it
Probably both.
Oh yeah.
and then be like,
Because a perfect example, some guys and some girls feel like they can have it behind the screen. And like one of my friends showed me this text the other day from this guy being like, it was the corniest line I've ever heard in my entire life. Like something like, "Did you fall from heaven?" Like blah blah, something ridiculous.
I love
And like,
Just kidding.
and
It's
she
like I
was
always
just like,
That's how they get me.
say something like that.
Yeah. But she was just saying, she was like, it's funny because he'll text me these things, and then when we see each other in person, he'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like he'll just be very like whatever. So I think people hide behind screens.
Interesting.
That's when I'd be like, "Oh, so you too cool to tell me that I fell from heaven?"
In person?
Oh,
You're
I.
not
I see how it is.
Okay.
Well, never mind. That's off. That's off.
Yeah, we got
That's all.
So feedback,
What?
positive feedback. How y'all feel about some feedback?
As long as it doesn't sound corny.
Yo, I love me some feedback. Straight up. That shit is real nice.
I feel like it's good.
It helps you build.
I feel like even if it's negative feedback, like you need that. I feel like a lot of people need negative feedback, like how they were talking about. You get like too many positives, like reinsures falseness.
Yeah. You gotta be
Like-
truthful.
I feel like that's like my brother who like my nephew sucks
Mhm.
at soccer. He's just so bad.
Yeah.
But like he's always on the team and like he loves it, I guess. So
Yeah.
like they keep him on the team. But like they don't play him because he sucks and he gets like a participation trophy and they're like, "Wow, you did a great job." I'm like, "No, you can't tell him that because then he's gonna think that he's gonna get through life sitting on the bench and not working hard.
This is true.
Like if he wants to be good, he needs to try and
Yeah.
practice."
Exactly. Honest feedback more than anything.
Yeah.
Honest feedback.
And along with feedback, people need to learn how to listen and not be like defensive. Because the first thing we want to do is like when we hear feedback, we want to be like, "Well, wait a minute." It's like, no, you gotta just
Let me
it sink
explain
in
what
for
I'm
a
thinking.
second, and then
Yeah.
whatever.
I know, like, I'm sorry, were you about to say something?
Go ahead.
Oh, like, I know, like, as a tennis player, like, a lot of tennis players, like, or any sport or anything you're doing growing up, activity, your parents are going to be like, they want to give you constructive criticism. And as a child, you're like, no,
It
no, no.
always comes off.
And then I remember my mom was like, she would always say, "How you gonna tell me? Like I've already lived these years." So I'm like, "Oh, like, yeah, I guess." But my first reaction, not more so like me, but my older sister, she always had something to say, and I'd be like, "Why don't you just listen for once? Like it's probably what she's saying is probably right, or
Mhm.
you know." And so I see that not just with like myself or my family members, just with a lot of people. Like if you're working with someone, like maybe you should do it this way, and they want to explain what goes on through their mind. But a lot of times, the outside looking in, you know, has a lot more. You can at least add it to what you're seeing and see if it adds up, right? I guess.
Mhm. Agreed.
There's always those people who want to make excuses. I know my siblings are definitely like my
Yeah.
siblings are that I have one brother and one sister that they're just like, where'd you come from? Like who raised you to? Because like I'm one of 6, so like and we're all pretty on the same level. Like 4 out of the 6 of us, and there's the 2 that you're like, you tell them anything, it's no.
No,
Like
yeah.
it's like everyone else's
Opposite.
problem,
Yes.
but, which is like the opposite of the rest of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot of times. I'm like, why don't you just listen? Like a lot of times, that criticism can help you get better. as a
Especially it's
person.
better to hear it from like your family,
It
your
is.
close
They
friends.
care about you the most.
Yeah, than it is to hear about it from someone else.
Right. There are certain friends that I'll go to certain things for because I know they won't like bullshit me. Like I'll
Mhm.
go to them because I know like my best friend, my roommate, I know like when I go to her or something, she'll be straight up and be like, "No, like you messed up."
Mhm.
But like, and you know, there's not your true friends. For the ones that keep giving you positive feedback
That's
only,
right.
I don't really think those are true friends because there's no way I'm right all the time.
That's like the
Exactly.
girls
There's
who
no way,
who
yeah.
walk out with like their guts showing and like half
You
their ass
have
showing.
no friends.
I'm like, I would never in a million years let my friends leave the house looking like
Yeah,
that.
right,
Like,
exactly.
never.
Yeah.
Like,
Me and my
I would
friends
tell you,
always say
yeah.
that. Like,
Looking
we
like
see
a
a girl
god.
going crazy.
Yeah, like put a how you say
Right.
faja in English?
I don't know.
What are those things that girls wear
Like
that you put like a corset? There we go.
Mm.
So like
Mhm.
you know, put a corset on,
Something. Yeah, you
something
to be honest.
to help you,
Yeah.
or don't wear that.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I think that's the case with like celebrities and shit too. Like
Yes.
you see a lot of their people around them don't really tell them like what's really going
And
on.
so
They just like
they-
egg them on and stuff.
And it's getting closer to the edge.
Lady
closer to
Gaga
the
has
edge.
no friends because they let her wear a dress made out of meat.
Mhm.
No friends.
No, really though. Like at some point, there's got to be a point where you like
Dude,
stand
made
up
out of
and
meat,
you.
bro.
Yeah,
Raw
she
meat.
wore a
meat,
dress made
dog.
out of raw meat.
What she did?
Yes, she
Mhm.
did.
She was wild, bro.
Or like that time Kim Kardashian wore the grandma's couch dress.
Yeah, like
No way.
Like Kanye.
you have no friends, no family, and
And-
Kanye
and your
sucks.
boyfriend.
What does it say? Like, what do you say? You're like, oh, you look great. What in your right mind?
I mean,
says
some
you
people
look
might
great?
think you look
But in
great.
their
but
mind, they don't care what other people think because they got money like that. They don't care what everybody else outside
That's
feels about
valid.
you.
True, but they're, I
That's
guarantee
valid.
you,
That is
all their
valid.
homies were like,
That's
"Oh
a
yeah,
valid
that shit was
statement.
tight." It's like, "Yeah, oh, you're changing."
Yeah,
the
because
game
they
with
don't
that."
want to be like that looks bad and then they get fired or something. Because the only people who are around them are like people that they pay to be around them.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
pretty
right
sure.
about
I'm
that.
pretty sure everybody I work with. See, like Lady Gaga, first of all, I know whoever's seen the raw meat dress, whatever she was wearing, and their mind, they're like, "What the fuck is this?" But they're not gonna tell her.
If
that,
I
you feel me?
ever walked out, no matter how rich I am, wearing some meat dress,
Yeah, somebody.
my mom would backhand me. I could be 50 years old, the richest woman in the world. I could be
My mom.
Oprah.
Or you
Yeah,
might
in
get
a
a
meat
fucking
dress.
barbecue.
That's
At
how that's how my
Yeah.
mom is. She's like, I
Throw
know,
a barbecue.
I gotta put some clothes on.
There are kids starving in Africa, and
Yes.
she wants to wear a dress
Pounds
with
of
raw meat.
Oh, meat.
Oh, I.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. Oh, hi.
It looked
How'd
like-
that go down for you that
Oh,
night,
hi.
girl?
It was like that.
Who placed the meat on her? Who did
Right? Who did
Who
that?
was the stylist?
Yeah.
What?
All right.
Herself,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
problem
So
with that.
feedback.
Feedback.
Self-stylist.
Oh yeah.
Miley
feel like-
Cyrus has no friends, just based off what she did with that.
No
Right.
one gives her
She needs
feedback.
some, yeah, she needs
She
some
needs
feedback.
some feedback.
Real
She needs to
quick.
seek that feedback.
Mhm. Do you think that so what if it's the opposite way around? What if nobody ever gives you positive feedback? How could that affect you, obviously?
I like
Do you think it
bullying.
could affect your confidence?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you'll
right.
end up
It's like
playing
bullying.
into that
Yeah.
stuff.
I agree. In any shape or form, I agree with that.
Like people who give like kids the feedback to like kill themselves and shit. That's like
Yeah.
bullying.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like if people are only giving you negative feedback, you're not gonna like.
You think you like become that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like the thing that kills me is that like my nephews, they're 11, and in their school they have like being an empowered bystander. That's like a thing where every month they talk about bullying in like a lecture thing.
Yeah.
And they talk about like standing up to bullies, or if you see it, say something, like because you might not want to. And my nephew's so smart. He was like, I don't get it. Like, how could be telling someone that they're fat be bullying? Like, if someone tells me I'm fat, who gives a shit that I'm fat? Like,
Yeah.
I'll eat a burger and be happy.
Yeah.
Like, but once you
Someone
tell
loves it.
someone that they're fat so many times, or like,
It starts to get.
you start to think like that's all I am,
Yeah.
and that like no one loves me type shit.
Oh, that's so sad.
That is really
That
sad.
is really sad. I feel like bullying is at any age too. No matter what.
Oh, what the heck's that?
Oh my
I
god,
think there
there's
are moms
bullying
in my town that still bully each other.
There's so much
It's disgusting.
bullying.
I don't understand why people do it though. I think it's an insecurity, even though that's off team.
There's girls on this campus that bully each
Oh
other.
yeah. Yeah.
This girl like messaged my friend on Facebook and was like calling her all these names, and I was like, first of all, you're a little whatever for hiding behind a screen. You're not giving us say it to her face.
Mhm.
And second of all,
You're a
like
loser.
how dare you? Like, and why do you have that much time on your hands?
Yeah.
Like to be messaging
carrying-
like right, like
To think about that.
right.
To
So
think
she
about
was
it
just
and write it
like
all out.
you know.
Exactly.
All right, so I think that's pretty good.
That might be
You good for the day, Grimes? How you
Yeah.
feel about that?
It's been real. Don't believe it.
Oh,
Thank you.
good.
Like at the end of each video, she has to see my face.